Welcome to the New Vision, a program geared towards preparing every working man and woman to lift the bar through quality customer service. Service will define our focus, and the kind we deliver will determine our hereafter when the current annoying crisis is over. Take care of your customers, for if you don't, someone else will. Many people are having a hard time getting good customer service these days. And during this economic crunch where things are really challenging, one would think that service should improve, and unfortunately, service is getting worse daily. It all stems from poor attitudes, with many of us looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. Let us look at how poor attitudes can cause one to mistake service for servitude. You've had a hard day with many demanding, impolite customers who think they own you. But the final straw comes as you're just finishing listening to a customer tell you exactly in excruciating terms what she is looking for. As you turn around to retrieve the items for her, she says very loudly to your back, "Whoa!" Not "excuse me" or "just a minute." Just "whoa," as a mule, as in a command, not a request. This immediately irritates you, and your first reaction is to have your head spin around 360 degrees and say in your best De Niro voice, "You talking to me?" But of course you don't. You say concerned and politely either yes or "was there something else?" with a frozen smile. But what you really feel is that you've just about had it. So begins the attitude that serving customers is more servitude than service. Most will simply write off the negative attitudes to burnout. But is it simply burnout? I'm not so sure. Burnout typically occurs when a person has been in customer service a while, but the feeling of servitude can occur on your first day with your first customer. And yes, you can minimize it, but it will remain. If this attitude is allowed to grow, it will fester and eventually erupt in even the best employees. Is there a way to prevent this feeling that just because we serve customers and we take orders, that it shouldn't be taken literally? Maybe we should just approach it from a completely different angle. Let's educate the customer and require them to be certified in whichever service they want before they can partake of that service. I want to humbly suggest, with my tongue just barely in my cheek, that this is a wonderful opportunity for the government to create a new bureau under the direction of the Postal Department or the Driver's License Division. Both of these organizations have a history of legendary service. Maybe something like the Office of Customer Certification, TOCC, TOC. This organization would have branches in every city and town and would be charged with the responsibility of testing and certifying each person for the privilege of using services. If they fail, they can't use that service. So sorry, but I just can't do your nails. I see you haven't been certified. Think of the opportunities for employment. There would have to be someone in charge of testing for each service. Haircuts, going to a restaurant, getting a ride in a taxi, having your lawn mowed. If done right, every person could be employed. But seriously speaking, here are some suggestions on how to prevent the attitude of servitude from creeping in and taking over. Make sure your employees feel secure in their job. And while you're at it, become a supportive boss in a supportive environment. Encourage activity, healthy lifestyles, etc. The customer is always right. And what this means is that we must treat them as if they're right even when we know they're wrong. In other words, don't take their behavior personally. Avoid overtime like the plague, even when employees ask for it. The extra money will quickly turn into bad attitudes. Make it a policy that vacations are taken, never allowed to skip because they prefer pay in lieu of vacation. They have to recharge their batteries, whether they realize it or not, so they need a rest. Resist hiring employees that have second jobs because they usually have a lower tolerance for customers, especially when both jobs involve a lot of customer contact. Each customer service boss should schedule a shift or two periodically on the front lines to understand what their employees really go through. Up close and personal, in other words. Actually, more importantly, how long has it been since the senior executives have worked a customer shift? Companies should do this routinely to keep their employees as their focus and to know the true beat of their customers. You've just been part of the New Vision, a quality customer service focused program established to help lift the standard and quality of service we provide to our customers. The way to gain a good reputation in the service industry is to be what you desire to appear. Join me tomorrow, God willing, right here for more.